A brother sent me a post from Facebook. He was telling me that you should probably put this on your Ratchet channel. And when I read this, I said, no, I have to talk about this on a serious note because a lot of our brothers have been abused in our households by our mothers. Let me go ahead and show you exactly what the post stated. So it says, ladies, if your baby daddy left you and don't want to be with you, you need to put him on child support and don't let him see the baby either. As long as he's paying that money, he is not needed. If he can't be with the mama, he don't need to see the child, period. These niggas gonna learn how to respect their baby mamas because we ain't to be played with. Wow. I tell my son his daddy overseas somewhere. He don't even know that his daddy lives in the next city. And he won't ever know because I refuse to let my son be acquainted with a man who don't love his mama. My son will appreciate and respect women unlike his daddy. Of course, we see all the cussing this woman is doing. Now, the purpose of the thumbnail. That woman is a type and shadow of the character that played in Precious that Monique played. Very, very abusive. You taking a child's ability to have a father in his life and want to lie to him when his father is just a few miles over in the next city. There's a lot of black men who have been hurt as children, who have been abused. Some have been molested by their stupid mother's boyfriends. And that's why some of them have even became homosexual because they were molested by their mother's boyfriends. They don't care less about their sons. And she resent her son because he looked like his father. And as he is continuing to grow and growing into his masculinity, she is trying to suppress his masculinity. This is why you see a lot of these young men today walking around with all these bright color clothes, pink and neon green and all this other annihilator looking clothing. And that's why you see them with all these skinny jeans and all this other stuff. It's because it's been a generation of young men that have been feminized at home by their mother. And any man that stands up to say this feminization of our brothers is wrong and we need to bring back what men are supposed to be, you're the problem. You're the problem because now black men can easily be controlled by the women that like to control them and also those within the dominant society, because a black man who is an alpha male is someone you can't control, and he's a threat. He's a threat because he thinks for himself. He can control his destiny. He can control his life. The thing is, we have to realize some of the black men who are literally crippled right now in their life, they was crippled from the household. You say some black men are angry. Even some of them are angry at black women. Understand, sisters, they're not even mad really with you. They're mad with their mother because their mother had a lot of hate toward them because he looked like their father. I remember even growing up myself. Every time my mother say, "Oh, you look like your old daddy," it was never anything positive when she said that. But you know what? I'm glad I'm like my father. She said I'm too much like him. My father's a supervisor of engineers. My father's been married about 30 years now to my stepmom. He's not a thug. He's not a criminal. He don't do anything wrong. So I have no issue being like my father. I'd rather be like him than be like her any day. Because my mom has done me so much stuff in the past that I would have to make a whole video about that. Even recently, when I was trying to help her when she was in a situation, you know, she just basically slapped my hand, didn't really want my help, and they had the nerve to try to go off on me in my own house. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm a man at the end of the day. Ain't nobody going to come in my house and try to go off on me and talk to me crazy because you are not going to be here long, point blank. And that included her too. Like I told her when she did that, I said, you know what? You're not going to disrespect my house, so you need to go ahead and go. Oh, yes, I told her that. And y'all can say whatever you want to say about me. But you know what? I respect everybody. And when I'm trying to help you, you're going to come here and raise your voice at me, yell at me and call me names and all this other stuff. Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no, sir. You're not going to be here. I'm a man. And the thing is, as men, we have to command that kind of respect. Because this is the thing. If I'd have let her disrespect me like that, then, and my wife and my children are sitting there watching, they wouldn't have no respect for me at all if I sit there and allow that to happen. So no, I had to react that way. And I didn't react screaming, yelling. That's not my thing. I just say, look, if that's the way you feel, you need to remove yourself from my house, because we don't operate like that over here. I'm not that type of person that do all that yelling and screaming. But there's a lot of men who've dealt with that even to this day with their moms, or some of them are still angry. Some of them were molested or anything else. And it was all because of their mama. A lot of these men needed their father in their life. My mother had gotten me to hate my own father for a while until I found out the truth, because she was lying to me. When I found out the truth, it changed my whole outlook even on her. Like, not only were you being neglectful when it comes to the situation of my father, then you gonna lie to me, try to make me hate him. And then when I found out the truth, I was so upset, because how dare you lie and keep me away from my father and having a relationship I should have. So men, I understand how it feels to have a mother to do things like that. Now, do I hate my mother? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, she has not made right the things that she done in the past. Even when I was trying to work with her to make it right, she still didn't want to make it right, because she feels she didn't do nothing wrong. And when somebody's that bullheaded, you can't do nothing about it, men. You just can't. But I have been healed from that. I'm not angry about anything from the past. I always said I'm going to just make a family of my own and love my family and not treat my kids that way. And that's the way I have operated my life since. We have to talk to these brothers, which I talk to a lot of these brothers all the time, to help them get past some of the issues they possibly dealing with from their household. And that's how we're going to save our community as well. Because this current group of men that's so weak-minded and so feminized, we can't grow as a group. And we dealing with a whole lot of things. We have to have strong men. It's not the women's responsibility to fight a lot of these battles. It is our responsibility as men to do so. And if you're so weak, you'll be easily be conquered. And that's the problem that we're in today. So I want to say to a lot of men, even if you have to talk to somebody, a lot of times I feel that men need an intervention on a lot of things. And I'm not saying to go join groups like Men Going Their Own Way. It's not about hating women. If you're heterosexual male, you ain't gonna have no hate for no woman because you love women. Come on, let's be real about that situation. Okay. But what I'm saying is we have to do this for our kids, so we can have the next generation of men grow up and be strong and be leaders within their group. Make sure you leave me comments. Let me know exactly what you think, good, bad, or in between. And make sure you subscribe to this channel.